With a few announcements before we call the roll to establish a quorum. First of all, on the items listed on the agenda today, we have 6 items on consent. File item 2, AB 232, file item 3, AB 240, file item 6, AB 435, file item 11, AB 747, file item 13, AB 1004, file item 21, AB 1527. In addition to that, on file item 7, AB 453, Assemblymember Bigelow has announced that that item has been pulled and will be reset on July 14th. That would be file item 7. With that, let's call the roll to establish a quorum, and then that motion would be in order. Roll call to establish a quorum.
Senators Pavley.
Here.
Stone. Here. Allen. Here. Hertzberg. Pueso. Here. Jackson. Monning. Vidak. Here. Wolk. Here.
Okay, we do indeed have a quorum, and there's been a motion by Senator Stone to approve the consent calendar. Those 6 items that I had previously listed. I think Senator Pueso is... Okay, good, fine. Thank you. Roll call, please, to approve the consent calendar.
Senators Pavley.
Aye.
Pavley, aye. Stone.
Aye.
Stone, aye. Allen.
Aye.
Allen, aye. Hertzberg. Pueso.
Aye.
Pueso, aye. Jackson. Monning. Vidak.
Aye.
Vidak, aye. Wolk. Aye. Wolk, aye.
The consent calendar has been approved, but we'll leave the file open for absent members to add on. So let's begin with file item 1, Assembly Bill 96 by Speaker Tony Atkins. This relates to animal products from the sale of ivory and rhinoceros horns. And as the custom and practice in this committee, I think perhaps being a former middle school teacher at crowd management is my forte, but what is generally allowed is 2 speakers on each side. Each of those can speak up to 3 minutes each. I'm lenient on as many questions members want to ask those speakers for their information. So we'll hear from the proponents, open it up for questions. I'm going to break this up a little bit, and then hear from opponents. 2 primary speakers, 3 minutes each. Open it up for questions from the members here. And then we'll allow other people to testify in favor or opposed, but only after the first 2 primary speakers, only your name and affiliation and position of support or oppose. And with that, Speaker Atkins, welcome. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chairwoman and Senators. It's really my pleasure to be here to present Assembly Bill 96, which will close a loophole in current law that allows the sale of illegally poached ivory in California. The current poaching crisis is devastating elephant and rhino populations as growing demand for elephant ivory and rhino horn cause prices for ivory and rhino horn to soar. On average, 96 elephants per day are killed for their ivory, translating into an average of over 35,000 elephants per year. This type of species loss is unsustainable, and African elephants are now being slaughtered faster than they are being born, which will eventually result in their extinction. This is a violent and brutal business from start to finish, as elephants and rhinos are often still alive when the removal process begins. Additionally, the killing of Africa's elephants for ivory is a primary source of funding for rebel groups that are notorious for committing human rights violations, including murder, mutilation, rape, widespread abductions of children and adults, sexual slavery, and large-scale massacres. Protecting elephants and rhinos is also a key conservation imperative. These large species are often referred to as ecosystem engineers because their presence is critical to habitat management and environmental balance. Unfortunately, California is a top market for illegal sales of ivory, with sales estimated to have doubled over the past 8 years. I think we must pass AB 96 to eliminate our contribution to the ivory trade. And I have several witnesses here. Kept it short because I'm sure they'll add to this discussion, and we're prepared to answer any of your questions. Michael Mace is the curator of the San Diego Zoo, and Jennifer Faring is representing the Humane Society of the United States.
Very good, and let's hear from you, sir, first. Welcome. Thank you for coming up from San Diego.
Thank you very much. San Diego Zoo Global appreciates that the Honorable Tony Atkins and Senator Laura have championed this bill. We, too, as an organization, are conservation-minded and driven, and realize that how important these precious species are. As we mentioned, this extinction rate is unprecedented. One of the reasons it's unprecedented is there's a huge drive for the product. There is a market for it, and unfortunately, the United States is one of the vehicles that that market goes through. But technology has also caused the escalation of this. These poachers now are very organized and have equipment they've never had before, such as telemetry equipment, night vision equipment, all-terrain vehicles, and high-powered weapons in scope. And this is causing this rapid decline. At this rate, these charismatic megavertebrates will only be a distant memory for our children and our grandchildren, only to be seen in places like the Smithsonian, or in a book, or in a video. As mentioned, these ecosystems are very delicate, and there are examples when you remove a particular animal from an ecosystem, it is a cascading of events that can occur. The dodo is a prime example of this. This iconic bird is a symbol for extinction, unfortunately. It was discovered on the island of Mauritius in the 1500s by the Dutch. Within 50 years, that animal was poached to extinction for its meat. It was an insular species, an island species, had no known predators. So it approached sailors, and they quickly took this animal. After that animal disappeared, it caused the decline of other species on the island like tortoise and parrot, and also some plants that were dependent on it as a seed disperser. Today, we even learn lessons in this country with the passenger pigeon, once the most prominent species in numbers in the world, and even in our own country, poached to extinction, to where it only resides now in a museum.
Yeah.
As of today, there are only 5 northern white rhinos left in the world, just a few Javan rhinos and about 100 Sumatran rhinos. It is imperative that we do not let rhinos become the next dodo, but we're teetering on that. This insatiable appetite for these products is for no reason. It is for an artifact sitting in somebody's office or in their living room, or for a product like rhino horn that simply has no medicinal value, but is just perceived. The unfortunate aspect of this also is this never-ending cycle of consumption. As soon as rhino and elephant disappear, we know that bear and tiger and other species are in the next line to meet this demand. One simple example is rhinos are being depleted at such a rapid rate in Asia that now they're hunting hornbills. This is a species of bird that has a long bill, and they're creating hornbill ivory. So you can see that this appetite will continue and continue, market-driven. I have personally seen rhino and elephant in the wild. I will tell you, it is a life experience to see these tremendous charismatic megavertebrates, and to be with people and children who see elephant and rhino and see the look on their face and the awe in their eyes. I've also seen pictures on the other side of this where an elephant has been shot and watching its family members mourn its loss, or to see a rhino shot and the poacher's taking the horn before it has even died, or a baby standing next to its rhino mother and you realize it's a death sentence. We together are stewards of this planet. This bill will help show the world that California is a leader in conservation by preventing this type of trade. San Diego Zoo Global appreciates this, and we encourage everyone in this room is a conservationist. We have the ability to make change, and we can work to end extinction. Thank you.
Thank you for your testimony.
Thank you. Good morning. Jennifer Fearing on behalf of the Humane Society of the United States, Humane Society International, Defenders of Wildlife, and the San Francisco SPCA. We thank you, Madam Speaker, Senator Lara, Chair Pavley, Senator Allen, and 18 other bipartisan co-authors for your leadership. We're pleased that 11 Assembly Republicans and 51 Democrats voted for this important bill in the Assembly. California should join New York, New Jersey, the federal government, and countries in Africa and Asia to stop the ivory and rhino horn trade. In just the past 5 years, Tanzania has lost 65,000 elephants. That's 60% of their herd. And poachers have killed 10,000 elephants in Mozambique. That's half of their herd. But it's not just about elephants and rhinos. It's also about the future of many African nations and the political instability created when poachers turn tusks and horns into AK-47s. The U.S. is the world's second largest ivory market after China, which has recently announced efforts to stop the trade there. LA and San Francisco are unfortunately top markets, with a recent investigation revealing that most of the ivory for sale in California is likely illegal and from recently poached elephants. The U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service believes that a substantial amount of ivory is imported illegally and enters the domestic market. And it's extremely difficult to tell illegal ivory from legal ivory and other look-alike products. And because a legal trade serves as a cover for the illegal trade, governments simply must make it harder to launder illegal wildlife parts. States are an imperative partner. At a high-profile crush of confiscated ivory in New York Times Square on Friday, the U.S. Interior Secretary thanked states for taking steps to close their ivory markets. And California has always stepped up on these issues. We stopped the trade in shark fins in bipartisan fashion. We outlawed the sale of gallbladders, paws, and other bear parts. And decades-old California laws make it a misdemeanor crime to sell the parts of more than 24 endangered and threatened species. Pope Francis' new encyclical details his lament of the disappearance of thousands of animal species which we will never know, which our children will never see, because they have been lost forever, primarily to reasons related to human activity. He writes, "Where certain species are destroyed or seriously harmed, the values involved are incalculable. The world does not need trinkets. The world does need elephants and rhinos." I respectfully ask for your aye vote.
Thank you for your testimony. We'll bring the two opponents up, please. Oh, okay. Before that? Okay, forgive me. We're going to hear those that are in support of the bill. If you'll come forward, please, and just let us know if you support the bill and who you are for the record. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Members, Steve Baker with NatResources for the Monterey Bay Aquarium and support.
Thank you.
Thank you. My name is Stacy Johnson. I'm Director of Collections for San Diego Zoo Global, and I'm in support.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, Mark Thiessen with the Gualco Group. On behalf of the California Association of Zoos and Aquariums, in strong support. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, Judy Key from San Diego. On behalf of the California Commission on Asian Pacific Islander Affairs, our commission endorsed it 100%. Thank you.
Thank you.
Captain Cindy Machado, on behalf of the Marine Humane Society, strongly in support of the bill. Thank you.
Thank you.
My name is Emily Robledo. I live in the town of Sonoma, and I support this bill.
Thank you.
I support the bill. Charity Cave, Palo Alto, part of the Humane Society. Thank you.
Thank you for your testimony.
My name is Chelsea Fairbanks. I'm a resident in Novato, California, and I fully support the bill.
Catherine Doyle on behalf of the Performing Animal Welfare Society, and we support the bill.
Thank you.
Gina Kinsley representing Oakland Zoo in support. Thank you.
Thank you.
Judith Reynolds, San Francisco March for Elephants, fully support.
Thank you.
Debbie Casey, resident of Sacramento. I support the bill.
Lisa Worgan, resident of Sacramento. I support the bill.
Eric Sakish on behalf of the Humane Society of the United States in support of this bill.
Tanya Candelaria with the Sacramento Zoo, and I support this bill.
Kyle Burks, director of the Sacramento Zoo, and I support this bill.
Pam Runquist on behalf of the Humane Society Veterinary Medical Association in support of the bill.
I'm Madison Herrick, veterinary student at Western University, and I support the bill.
Evan Eustace, Oakland, California, in support of this bill. Gay Letterer, Humane Society, and a number of other animal and environmental organizations in support of the bill.
Thank you.
Good morning, Dr. Paula Kislak. I am a board member of the Humane Society of the United States and president of the Humane Society Veterinary Medical Association, and I urge you to pass this bill without further amendments. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Lisa Block. I'm a resident in Mill Valley, and I support the bill.
Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Barbara Macrez from Palo Alto. I'm here with the March for Elephants, and I urge you to support this bill without amendments. Thank you.
Good morning. Tricia McNamee. I'm a resident of Petaluma, and I support the bill.
Good morning. Rosemary Alice. I'm a member and co-founder of March for Elephants San Francisco. I strongly support AB 96 with no amendments. Thank you.
Connie Downing. I'm a resident of Mill Valley, California, and I support the bill.
Good morning. Kathleen Daly, Glen Ellen, California, and I strongly support the bill.
Good morning. I'm Marilyn Bohm. I'm from Huntington Beach, and I strongly support this bill.
Good morning, Senators. My name is Barbara Inatsugu. I'm a district leader volunteer with the Humane Society of the United States, and I strongly support this bill.
Good morning. I'm Sadie Inatsugu. I'm Barbara's granddaughter, and I support AB 96.
Thanks for being here.
Kelly Gendreau from Downey, California, and I support this bill.
Good morning. My name is Beth Gendreau from Downey, California, and I strongly support this bill.
Good morning. I'm Nanette Carter. I'm the president of CA4Elephants.org, Conserving Africa for Elephants. I strongly support this bill, and I would ask that you pass it without any amendments. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Melanie Myers, a resident of San Francisco and member of the Humane Society of the United States, and I support this bill.
I'm Stacy Andre from Benicia, California, and I support this bill.
Gina Sikera from Benicia, California, and I'm a former primate researcher from Africa, and I strongly support this bill.
Hi, my name is Lori Morris. I'm from San Andreas, California, volunteer with Performing Animal Welfare Society, and I support this bill.
Morning, I'm Kathy Eisenhart from Santa Cruz March for Elephants. I strongly support this bill with no amendments, please. Thank you.
I'm Melinda Morris from San Andreas, California, and I support this bill.
Good morning. My name is Teresa Donnelly. I'm a district leader volunteer with the Humane Society of the United States. I strongly support this bill with no amendments. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Janice Jennings. I'm from Elk Grove, California, a longtime member of the Humane Society of the United States, and I strongly support this bill. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Carol Moen Wing. I'm a representative of the Conservation Department at the Oakland Zoo, and I strongly support this bill.
My name is Sue Huscroft. I live in Davis, and I also support this bill.
Good morning, Senators. I'm Christine Rowan from Laguna Niguel, and I very strongly support this bill with no amendments. Thank you.
My name is Reed Sparrison. I live in Galt, California, and I urge you to vote yes on this extremely important bill.
Thank you.
My name's Gabrielle
wave your
Sparrison. I
hands.
live in Galt,
Clapping,
California, and I pleasely want you to support this bill.
Please, no clapping. Just raise your hands like this. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Maria Elena Rodriguez Sparrison. I'm the parent of those two children, and I urge you to support the bill of AB 96. Thank you.
I am Chris Wynn from Oakland. Please pass the bill with no amendments. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Patty Murphy from South Lake Tahoe, and I support the bill.
Good morning. Mara Guccione, volunteer district leader in Berkeley, California, and I support the bill.
Good morning. Robin Rogers, South Lake Tahoe. I support the bill, urging no amendments. Thank you.
My name's Alana Isherwood. I'm a district leader in Los Angeles with the Humane Society, and I urge you to pass this bill.
My name is Sherry Lifton. I'm a resident of San Francisco, and I support this bill.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for your time. My name is Natalie Rotman. I'm a district leader for the Humane Society, and
I strongly support this bill with no amendments. Thank you. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Zora Fahim, and on behalf of District Leader Program for the 50th Congressional District and the Healthy Food Council for Palomar Medical Center, I respectfully urge you to vote yes on this bill.
Monica Langto, resident of San Diego, California, and a proud constituent of Assembly Speaker Tony Atkins, volunteer for Humane Society of the United States and Wildlife Rehab Center in Ramona, California, and I strongly support this bill.
Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Annie Hudson, and I'm a resident of Fair Oaks, California, and I strongly support this bill.
Thank you.
My name is Lindsay Vurick, and I'm a resident of Marin and Oakland, and I strongly support this bill. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Ingrid Kingard. I am from Folsom, California, and also here on behalf of the Humane Society of the United States. I strongly support the passage of this bill without any amendment. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Elizabeth Barna. I'm a resident of Bellflower, California. I'm interning with Animal Place Farm Sanctuary, and I'm a PhD student studying animals and society, and I really urge you to pass this bill. Elephants and rhinos need you.
Thank you.
My name is Maite Sureda, and I'm a resident of Sacramento, and I support this bill.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Joan Ellis. I'm a resident of Sacramento, and I urge you to please pass this bill. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Linda Cartwright, a resident of Lakeside from San Diego County, and I urge you to pass the bill with no further amendments. Thank you.
Hi there. My name is Janae Bowen. This is Chloe, my service animal. I'm an animal paramedic, and I own Dog E911, which is an all-animal emergency response program, and we strongly support this bill. Thank you.
My name is Lavon Ball. I'm the Junior Vet Program Director of Dog E911, and I support this bill.
I'm Jaden Howe. I am a youth assistant of Dog 911. I urge you to pass this bill.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Kayla Nilsson. I'm a resident of Richmond and a member of the Humane Society, and I urge you to support this bill. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm Doug Berkman, a resident of Richmond, and I support this bill.
Good morning. My name is Tricia Patton, and I live in Yuba City, and I support this bill.
Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Mary Beth Delonzo. I'm a district leader volunteer with the Humane Society of the United States here in support of the bill. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Karina De Vera, San Francisco SPCA, and I strongly support this bill.
Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Sarah Isles with the San Francisco SPCA, and I urge you to support this bill.
Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Belle Stafford from Redwood City, and I'm the organizer of Mid-Peninsula Animal Rights Group. Please support this bill with no amendments.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Sydney Grange. I'm a resident of San Mateo County, and I support this bill.
Good morning. My name is Vince Podzian from Long Beach, California. I'm the president of the Podzian Family Foundation and a district leader for the Humane Society of the United States. And I strongly urge you to pass this bill without any amendments. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Cynthia Diamond, a resident of Elk Grove, California, and I urge you to support this bill with no amendments.
Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Michelle Bent, and I reside in Fair Oaks, and I support this bill.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Amanda Blanchard, and I'm here as a representative of Animal Place Sanctuary from Grass Valley, California, and we strongly support this bill. Thank you.
Thank you.
My name is Cynthia Kendall. I'm a resident of Sacramento, and I support this bill.
Thank you. I understand there may be more supporters outside.
Yes, good morning. Dr. Barbara Hodges on behalf of the Humane Society Veterinary Medical Association and our 1,200 California members in strong support of this bill without amendments. Thank you.
Good morning, Kevin O'Neill with the ASPCA in strong support.
Thank you.
Good morning, Haley Stewart with Defenders of Wildlife in strong support.
Good morning, Charlie Piowski, a Bren graduate student at UCSB in strong support of this bill.
Kelly Dale on behalf of California League of Conservation Voters in support.
Kyle Jones with Sierra Club California in support.
Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Linda Escalante with NRDC, and we are here to give our strong support for this bill. Thanks.
Elizabeth Greenwood from Santa Monica, California, Humane Society of the United States, strong support.
Lindsay Morgan speaking on behalf of In Defense of Animals in strong support.
Hello, Alex Gibbs on behalf of the City of Oakland in strong support.
I'm Barry Giardini in strong support of the bill. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Elisa Martin. I'm a registered veterinary technician. I'm in strong support of the bill passing without amendment.
My name is Erin Lupkeman. I'm from Davis, and I strongly support this bill.
Joe Robustelli, Sacramento, and I strongly support this bill.
Good morning. I'm Tom Brown, representing the 96 Elephants campaign, and I'm a strong supporter.
Bill Yates from Sacramento, a California State Council member of the Humane Society of the United States, in strong support of the bill. Thank you.
Pablo Garza with the Nature Conservancy in support.
I'm Kayla Capper from the 26th District of the Humane Society of the United States. I urge you to support this bill.
I'm Stella Casillas from Santa Cruz, California, and I strongly support this bill.
I'm Natalie Gray for March of Elephants, and I'm from Monterey, California, and I very strongly support this bill with no amendments. Thank you.
I'm Catherine Rodriguez from San Francisco, California, here with Save Endangered Elephants. I strongly urge you all to pass the AB 96 with no amendments.
Good morning, Karen Lang on behalf of the City of Los Angeles, the City of Santa Monica, and the State Humane Association of California, all in support. Thank you.
Say it, Hearth, save endangered elephants. Elephants should not die so that there's something lovely for a coffee table.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Is there anybody else wishing to speak in support of AB 96? If not, we'll call two opponents to come up and give some brief testimony. Morning.
Sorry.
We're allowing 3 minutes each.
Okay, thank you very much. Good morning, Mr. Chairman, members of the committee, Assemblywoman Atkins. I represent the National Shooting Sports Foundation, Outdoor Sportsmen's Coalition of California, California Sportsmen's Lobby, and Safari Club International, who has spent millions of dollars in Africa and internationally to assist governments in enforcement activities. Let's be clear, nobody's for poaching. Hunting does not equate to poaching. While this is not a hunting issue, many of our members are collectors of artwork, knives, firearms, jewelry, engraving, and sculpture. This bill devalues potential valuable property and inheritance and appears to be a government taking. The severability clause in the bill suggests an acknowledgement of some of the potential unconstitutional provisions of the bill. This bill establishes some significant enforcement challenges to the Department of Fish and Wildlife and our wardens. The committee is well aware of their stretched resources, and this bill requires our wardens to now patrol retail and urban areas if you are to take the implementation seriously. Sportsmen in this state care about the diversion of our manpower away from managing California's resources. Where are the additional dollars going to come from? The sportsman's component of the Fish and Game Preservation Account is for use in managing game species in California, and it prohibits the use of that money for endangered species. This bill now sets up really bounty hunting. It sets up a situation where you need to collect the fines to pay for the enforcement, so it encourages fines against our citizens. The definition of sale or sell is confusing and might suggest that if, for example, a farmer has a commercial transaction on his property in that calendar year and now gives away some ivory collectible, he is in violation. Page 4 discusses a percent by volume of ivory, and it's not clear how those numbers are determined, and it's subjective. For example, an ivory grip on a small handgun could easily be a violation. The prima facie reference creates a real jeopardy for citizens, and it makes it easy for enforcement to prove their cases. The paperwork burden of proof retroactively is almost impossible for an individual, and they might not even know the chain of custody of some of the collectibles they possess. The best way to do this bill would to make it prospective, so going forward, because people that are in possession of items in many cases cannot take and retrieve that chain of custody. The jail time is severe and in some cases more stringent than Prop 47 for things like stealing a firearm. These penalties have both criminal and administrative components triggered off the fair market value. Who is going to determine the fair market value? What criteria will be used? This bill also allows for criminal charges. This bill has never gone through the public safety process. This creates the real potential for bounty hunting, as I have mentioned earlier. It's silent on inheritance and gifting or donation and how a citizen stays out of harm's way. The analysis speaks to terrorism, newspaper articles, and NGO surveys that are not validated or peer-reviewed and appear to be speculative. The reference to terrorism would suggest California should defer to the federal government.
And if you could wrap up, please. That's been 3 minutes.
Thank you. I will wrap up. Thank you very much. Again, we would encourage you to amend this bill to make it prospective and to allow the federal government. This is going to trigger estate sales to move across the border.